Hey guys, my name is Jess and today I'm going to be explaining color theory and how we as hairstylists use color theory every single day that we are behind the chair. So this is basically the science and the art of how we use colors, how we perceive it, how we visualize it, and how we mix, match, and contrast colors. So we have, for starters, our primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. These colors exist on their own, they cannot be created, and we use them to make every other color. When we combine these three colors, we achieve the perfect neutral tone. Next, we have our secondary colors. This is orange, purple, and green. These colors are created by mixing our primary colors. And next we have our tertiary colors, which are created by mixing both primary and secondary colors. So when it comes to hair color, how this applies, let's go ahead and start with the level system. So the level of your client's hair is basically the amount of lightness or darkness that exists within the hair. The first thing I do when a client sits in my chair is I determine where their natural level lies. And then I determine what underlying pigment I'm going to expose by lifting my client's hair. Once I have figured that out, I know how I'm going to use color theory to achieve the perfect neutral tone. Let's say I've lifted my client's hair and it has turned to a really bright yellow color. I think this is one that is the most relatable because every day we are selling purple shampoo to our clients to help neutralize their unwanted yellow tones. So when you look at the color wheel, you'll understand why. Yellow and purple are opposite on the color wheel. This also means that they are complementary colors. So we are going to use these two colors to help neutralize each other. The same goes for green and red. If you have a client who's been by the pool all summer, her hair has a green hue, and she's back for you to get those unwanted green tones out of her hair, you know as a stylist that you are going to need to use something with a red base to really neutralize that green tone. If you have a client who is living at more of a brown tone, closer to the darker end of the spectrum, you're gonna pull out some orange underlying pigments. So you're gonna need to use something with a blue base to help tone out or neutralize those unwanted tones. So this is how we use color theory every single day as stylists. Another way is, let's say you have a client come in with a total clean canvas, white blonde hair. You're going to need to figure out let's say they want a warm tone. You can't just slap brown on their hair. You have to decide what is lacking from their hair. What colors do you need to mix together to actually achieve that perfect warm tone? And luckily, Kenra does have this color wheel in the back of their book. So even when you can't quite picture that color wheel in the back of your mind, you can always pull from here. There's also an explanation on the back here, and it's got our levels from 10 all the way to 1, 10 being the lightest. The higher the level, the lighter the hair. The lower the level, the darker the hair. And this little chart here is going to explain to you what underlying pigment you're going to expose when you lighten this client's hair. Black, you're going to underlie some red tones, some orange tones, and you're really going to need to use something green to contrast that. Let's move up a little bit into like a light brown. You're going to expose orange and you're going to need to use blue. So this is how we really understand color theory as hairstylists and how we use it every single day. I mean, let's say your client wants a vivid. I know for me, I've had a client come in and they want blue in their hair. Well, their hair is a natural level 6. And I know that if I can't get their hair past an orange, I'm not going to be able to put blue on their hair because all that blue is going to do is neutralize it. Or at the very least, I need to be sure that I'm able to neutralize their hair before applying that blue pigment. Otherwise, it's just going to turn kind of a muddy color. It's not going to actually pull the true pigment. So this is just something when you're at the shampoo bowl toning, trying to achieve the end result that your client is after, you're always going to use color theory to get there, and you're always going to be able to refer back to your color wheel to help you make those decisions.